Hi, I'm Ray Tanzen, Product Manager here at Personas. In this video, we're going to show you how to use the new EarMix 16M Personal Monitor Mixer. And we have a separate video where we explain how to connect the EarMix Personal Monitor Mixer to your Studio Live Series 3 mixer. So in this one, we're going to focus just on how to use the EarMix 16M itself. All right, so on the EarMix itself, we've got a global section with some of your global controls. We have the selected channel section, which gives you control over whatever the currently selected channel is. Then we have our master output section, and along the bottom are all of the channel select buttons. So the basic operation is you select a channel, and then whatever channel is selected, you use these selected channel controls to access all of the processing and options for that channel. So each channel can be linked. This would be a stereo link. So if I were to link channels, then you'll see that I now have channels 1 and 2 linked together, and my pan will automatically pan them in a full stereo spread. So channel 2 is panned right, channel 1, as you see, is panned left. You also have a 3-band EQ available on all 16 of your channels and your main mix. You have a bass and treble control for controlling the low end and the high end. And then your mid-frequency is a level as well as a frequency sweep, so you can find just the right frequency that you want to cut or boost. You also have a limiter available on every channel and a pan. The white knob here with the large meter is going to be your level meter for the selected channel. Now you can also solo a channel if you want to just hear that channel isolated from the rest of the channels coming in, or mute a channel. The select button for the main mix can be located over here. You'll notice on the main mix that the pan turns off because we don't have a pan for the main mix. It's just a stereo mix. But you do have the full 3-band EQ as well as the limiter on the main mix as well. On the main mix section, you have control for your auxiliary input. This is a 1/8" input on the rear of the EarMix 16M. This input is great if you want to connect in, say, a metronome for a drummer or percussionist to play along with, or if you just have your phone or a tablet that you want to plug in to play some music. Maybe you want to rehearse and just have it in your own phones while other people are getting set up or we're still arriving. Nice little tool there. You have your line output control. So you have stereo line output, so you can have a mono output or a stereo output on 2 balanced TRS jacks, and this is just a level control for that. And then you have your headphone output. We have a super powerful, really high headroom, low noise headphone amp built into the EarMix 16M that is designed specifically to be able to handle a wide variety of different headphones and in-ears with a variety of different input impedances. So really powerful headphone amp that we are confident can handle even the most deaf drummers out there. Global section controls. Above each one of the select buttons, you have a couple of little LEDs that will show you signal present and clip. And then you have your global controls over here on the left. So you can store up to 16 presets or scenes on each individual EarMix 16M. This is great if, for example, you're a church and you have a volunteer worship team. Maybe on one Sunday you have bass player A, and then on the next Sunday is bass player B. Well, each of them can have their own mix set up on EarMix, and they just come up and recall that mix directly on the EarMix when they arrive. We also have a recall button. Again, if you've stored a preset or a scene, you can recall it using the recall button. And we have a group button. Using the group button will allow you to group multiple sets of channels. So if you have a good balance dialed in, let's say for your backing vocalists, you can then group those. So now when you adjust the level control for any of the channels in that group, it'll adjust them all together. And that's the basics of how to work with the EarMix 16M. It's a pretty straightforward unit, but it has a lot of great features and functionality so that each artist can kind of fine-tune and tailor their own mix and workflow and experience. Really, it's all about making sure that the artist on stage is as comfortable as possible, because that's going to be the best way to get the best performance out of them. And having your own control here on the EarMix 16M, and being able to customize some of that grouping and linking is really going to give them confidence that they are getting a good mix in their ears or in their wedge. Another great thing that the EarMix 16M can do is, thanks to the flexibility of how we can route things to them, you can also use it in conjunction with our QMix UC personal monitor mixing app. So if you have that app running on your iPhone or on your Android device, you can have that app running and say, for example, set up your drums on a stereo mix that's being sent to channels 1 and 2 on EarMix, and then have your device right next to it, where you can then go in and having remote control over the individual channel levels of that mix, be able to custom tailor the drum mix for your drums. It's just one of the cool ways that we have some extra flexibility and customization with all of the different components of the Studio Live ecosystem. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little something from it. Please check out the rest of our videos on PreSonus.com or on our YouTube channel.